let's talk about network devices. So in order to build a network, what are the different type of components we are going to use? We'll see here. So first we'll talk about device called switch. So switch is a device which is going to provide you the centralized location in order to build a local area network. Let's take an example. If you have some 4 to 5 computers, if you want to connect them each other, can you connect them directly? No, right? So in order to connect and build a local area network, probably we need to have a device called switch. So from switch to PC, we are going to make the connectivity from switch to PC, switch to PC, switch to PC, and switch to PC. So it is going to build a local area network. So without the device switch, we cannot able to communicate with this multiple devices. So that's why we call it as a switch is a device which is going to provide you the centralized location. Okay. So next we'll talk about the device called wireless access points. So by using these wireless access points, we can able to build a local area network, but without using a wires. Because these access points will have something called antennas, which is going to generate the radio frequency signals. With the help of these wireless access points, without connecting a wire, we are going to connect our mobile phones, laptops and desktops within the range of this radio frequency signals. So that's why we'll use wireless access points devices, and we can build a local area network. Then next we talk about the device called routers. So what is routers? So let's say you have one LAN in Hyderabad and you have another LAN in Bangalore. So if you want to communicate with these two different LANs, probably we need to have some device called a router. Without router, we cannot communicate from these two different LANs. So probably we'll place here some device called routers, and with the help of service provider, we are going to make the reachability from Hyderabad branch office to Bangalore branch office. So which is going to build a wide area network connection. Then we can able to communicate from here Hyderabad branch office to Bangalore branch office. So in order to build this WAN, routers are going to help in this scenarios. So next coming to firewall. So firewall is a device which is going to help in securing your network. Let's say every user will connect to the internet, right? Every user will connect to the internet. Let's assume that there is some attacker sitting somewhere and he is trying to access your network, or else he is trying to drop your network down. So in production scenarios, we'll use some devices called firewalls. Diagrammatically, we will represent the firewall like this. So by using some set of rules, this firewall is going to ensure that if any attacker is trying to send any kind of malicious codes, this firewall is going to stop that particular traffic, and it is going to check whether the whatever the inbound traffic, whatever the traffic coming inside, whether it was secured or not. If the packet was not secured, simply it is going to drop that particular packet. So this is the job of firewall, which is going to ensure that the packet, whatever the traffic incoming or outgoing traffic, it was safe or not. So by using some set of rules, we need to configure this device by giving some permissions and some set of rules like matching the traffic, which traffic wants to allow, which traffic wants to block, Based on that set of rules, whatever we are defining, firewall is going to do a job. And next, coming to voice devices. So VoIP devices, we call it as. Generally, in production devices, in production scenarios, we will use these devices. Let's say I have one branch office in India and I have another branch office in US. So let's say if I want to communicate, send my continuous voice traffic from India to US. Probably you might think that you can use a mobile phones. But in general production scenarios, we'll use something called VoIP devices where it is going to connect to your existing network. We can send a continuous voice traffic over this VoIP devices. So that is why in production we are going to use this VoIP devices for a secure manner. Coming to the home internet devices. So in these home internet devices, probably you will have all the features like inbuilt switch, router, and access points. So you will see the device like this. In this, you will have some ports. First port, which is going to refer it as a WAN port, which is going to act like a router. And you will find here some 4 ports, which is going to connect to your laptops or desktops, which is going to refer it as a LAN ports, which is acting like a switch. And you will have something called antennas, which is going to provide you the radio frequency signals, which is acting like a access points. So because in our homes people are non-technical, right? Taking some separate device router, then connecting to the device switch, from there connecting to the access points. It is not an easy job. So that we have some devices called home internet devices